Sano comes from Takata Dojo, so he's predominantly a wrestler. So we're going to see a clash of styles. Sano is going to try for the takedown in this fight. Both men have the same record. Both men have got one mixed martial art fight. Okay, Satoshi Honma, nice hair. Both men have one mixed martial art fight. Both men have one loss on their record. So both men want to get that win. Yeah. And that's a pretty intense stare down. They're looking at each other thinking, okay, we got to do this. This is business. Shaking hands. I don't know what to expect out of Honma. But his style is karate and pro wrestling. And Yuhi Sano is submission fighting out of Takata Dojo. Both men are right around 202, 204 pounds, respectively. I think that Honma, coming from a karate background, is probably going to be the better striker of the two. Starting right off with a crisp right low kick and a left jab there. And Sano, I think, is going to try for the takedown. I don't think he's going to want to stand up here. Oh, beautiful right hand! He knocked Sano down. A beautiful, out of nowhere right hand put Sano right on the deck. Whoa.
That one nearly hit him.
That almost knocked him out.
You want to see the fighters? Thank you.
Whoa! Left hook, right hand.
Yeah, he's definitely the better striker.
Yeah, Honma getting taken down there, as I expected, but striking back from the bottom. That is Taira, one of the famed Japanese Kyokushin fighters, who also was involved in training Andy Hoog.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, now we got Honma on the bottom. Really landed some good strikes standing up, so you better believe that Sano is going to want to keep this man down.
Sano has to pass the card because he can do it pretty easy from this position and go to the side and do something.
But Sano was so inactive when he fought Royler Gracie.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's why I don't want to see the same Sano.
Yeah, because Sano did nothing against Royler Gracie. But here we've got Honma, who seems intent on doing quite a bit. Even from the bottom, he's going to be throwing strikes. And he's going to make Sano's life difficult. And, now it's going to get real difficult.
That is not good.
Because if he throws that right hand again, it's going to be a real tough thing for Sano. Oh, he's coming after him now. He's rumbling with him. I expect a knee straight up the middle. Honma should throw that knee straight up the middle.
That was one.
Right hand over and over.
Oh, he hit him back with a right. That was, I think, his first punch that we saw him make. See, I would say now, come on, man. Now you're going to get it back.
Honma seems to be reaching now with his punches. I think he should just relax. He's just got to relax and wait for the opening. Because if he can land that right hand again...
I think a left hook right straight would be perfect. Knee.
Come on, throw the knee. Oh, he had a perfect opportunity to throw a knee straight up the middle.
And again, he can throw the knee. Sano can throw a knee, a right knee to the body.
That's Tamura from the Rings Fighting Organization. Another great fighter from Japan.
Good knees.
Sano's got to get him down. He can't stand up with this guy. This guy's going to hurt him standing up. Oh, Sano landing a right hand, but it didn't do much.
He is punching. I have a feeling this is going to be a bloody match.
I think so too.
Because he's already bleeding. Oh my God.
Honma with an uppercut.
There, the knees.
Blazing away. Caught him with a knee there. Right hand there. He rocked him again. Left hook. Sano again being reduced to a punching target for Satoshi Honma. And Sano is cut. He's cut above the left eye, right on the forehead.
He should just go for it.
He's got to take him down. He's got to take him down. He cannot stand up with this guy. This guy's going to bust him up. Well, we're finally seeing some striking here.
Yeah, from Sano, that's good for a change.
Low kick. That now he's going to start chopping with that low kick.
Left hook, right straight. That would the thing for Honma be to do. It will open up right away. You can see it. Normally in a fight, I would never recommend that. Not easy, you know, because starting with a left hook is kind of a vulnerable thing. But in this fight, it would be perfect.
Yeah, because this guy hasn't been able to time his punches to go in for a takedown attempt. And this guy is basically trying to, stand up with this guy, and he's outgunned. When Honma goes to throw a punch or kick, he caught him right there, but he didn't do anything. Honma just waved his arms like, so what? He's looking up at the ceiling. What's that to do? And I don't think he really needs to distract the guy any more than he's doing. Right now, Honma is just picking Sano apart. Oh, good right hand, low kick.
Go to the body too. Liver punch, king, right straight. His hands are way up if he punches.
Sano is a mess right here. And he eats another low kick. Honma is just dismantling Yuhi Sano. Slowly and methodically putting together his karate background.
Oh.
Throwing the hard low kicks. Oh, that was a good low kick. He was standing on it. And uppercut. He's raging in, punching him out.
He should let him go. Yeah, this is what he should do. And now pull yourself out.
I think Honma is getting a little wild here. He's got to get a little more focused. But
yeah,
he's hitting him on the mark, though.
And it's bloody, all right.
Just as you predicted, Basito.
Yep. Wow.
They may have to look at this cut.
They need like a super glue spray and say, okay, close your eyes. Okay, so you put some, like a cucumber on your eye and then just spray the whole spray.
Yeah, but then what if you...
And everything closes
then
again.
You can't open your eyes again.
No, then you pull the cucumber off and then you can see again. She's like going under a
you should be a
suntan bank.
You should be like a fight doctor.
I would be like the best.
Oh, they're training there,
Whoa!
folks.
It's getting exciting.
Why is Sano doing this? He should do everything in his power to get this guy on the mat. Sano's starting to look like he went through the windshield of a car at about 65 miles an hour.
With no airbags.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm sorry, man.
Yes, Pasito.
No, Pasito. Yeah, they gotta have to check it up. But I think it's not that bad. I think he just cuts easy, and small cuts. It always looks worse than it is.
Well, the one over his right eye to the side, which is not going to impair his vision.
On the right side.
It's a pretty nasty cut. Yeah. And if he gets hit a couple more times with that left hook, it's going to make it big.
Come on, left hook, right straight. Bam, bam. Hey, bang. Do that with the right straight. And Sano should just return with a right straight to the head.
That right low kick. Hurt him, knee to the head. He's cross-arm blocking, but he's taking punishment.
He did the triple knee tap.
Yeah, but Sano's just totally getting his ass kicked here by a good karate guy. Knee to the head.
He's bleeding all over the place. If there's an award for that, he's gonna definitely win it.
I think you're right. You're a sick guy, Basito.
Oh my God.
Honma's just raging in there.
To the body.
Why doesn't Sano drop down and grab the legs? He's got to try something. Oh, low kicks. The fight has got to be over. Look at his leg.
Oh, poor guy.
He can't even stand up. I mean, come on. The referee's got to stop the fight. Just give it a break.
What is this?
The guy's finished. Okay. Now, what's he going to do? Okay, the fight is over. Thank God. Sano was really taking a shellacking there. Honma was just putting it all over him, low kicks, and it was the low kick that ended the fight.
Jesus Christ, man. Wow. He was getting a beating.
He really was.
Poor guy.
It was a very, very hard beating.
And the guy got better shape. The further we went into the fight, he got more and more fresh. Honma, you see? He kept going.
Well, Sano just didn't have the equation to block the strikes. He didn't have the equation to block the strike standing, and here he is getting grounded and pounded into the ground. It was just... Sano was just in way over his head in this fight. This guy Honma, he's one mean dude. He put it together. Alexander Otska, coming from a prestigious pro wrestling background. He's got one of his cornermen wearing the cat mask, the tiger mask. He's fighting his second mixed martial art fight against this man, the legend himself, Marco Ruas. Otska, on paper, is in over his head in this match because Otska has only got one fight, and it was a loss by armbar submission to Egan Inoue at the Lumax Cup. And he's going to be stepping in, and he's going to be giving up, only about 10 pounds in weight. But Marco's got a whole lot more experience.
Yeah, here we go.
Marco Ruas with the hunter trunks versus Alexander Otska from Tokushima Prefecture in Japan. We're seeing some of that pro wrestling style coming out, that flamboyant, wild moves. Wow, what a hard right kick. Wow, that was a hard kick. And Marco already working for a choke. Marco on the bottom, half guard, going for a guillotine choke. But he let it go. Marco Ruas is one of the first fighters to really put the whole game together. Punching, kicking, wrestling, and submissions. He's been in some wars in Brazil, been in some wars in the United States, winning the UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship number 7 8-man tournament. Huas is coming off a win in Pride Fighting Championships number 2 over Big Daddy Gary Goodridge via a heel hook submission. And that was a rough tumble for him early on, but he kept his composure, and when the submission presented itself, he got it. And I expect Marco to... He's probably going to sweep Alexander any moment here.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's in a perfect position with that right leg under his thigh to flip him over.
Yeah, we don't know anything from Alexander Otsuka. The Lumax Cup, what was it? Was it the submission fight, or was it an NHB fight?
I think it was mixed martial arts.
Okay.
But for sure, it didn't have any. I don't know that it would have any people of the striking ability of Marco Huas.
Yeah. But Marco needs to get out of this position because so he can strike and yeah, just be himself. Or goes again for that for a leg lock. I mean, we saw him doing it a few times now with Pat Smith and Gary Goodridge. Yeah, Gary we saw. Pat Smith I saw. I don't know if other people saw it.
So far, Marco has been content to just hang on here and wait for Otsuka to possibly blow his energy sources. Do you think Marco is waiting to explode in this fight?
I think he does. If Otsuka put the arm around the neck or something, he's probably going to try to sweep him or something.
Well, I've got to tell you that Otsuka is not doing too badly in this fight so far.
No, he's doing good. He took him down and he stayed there and he's on top and he's still there. So that gives him some credibility already. Here he goes. Oh, no. Yeah, he's going to skip out now.
He's trying to turn the hips to the left, boss.
Yeah, so he's going to try to escape the back door, so to say, like under his armpit. But Otsuka got some experience, you can tell.
Well, it's interesting. Some of these gentlemen from Japan, such as KAZUSHI Sakuraba and DAIJIRO MATSUI, who come from a pro wrestling background, have done fairly well in mixed martial arts, especially Sakuraba.
Sakuraba is the man from the pro wrestling. That's one thing for sure.
So Otsuka may want to follow in the footsteps of Sakuraba, but he's really chosen a tough opponent.
Yeah, not an easy opponent for your first fight. You know, you want to have a few fights, get a few wins, and then you want to meet people like Marco, VOVCHANCHYN. You know, that's a coming-up fighter too now.
Yeah, VOVCHANCHYN looked good early on against Goodridge.
Oh, yeah.
And now we've got Marco, he's here. Otsuka seems to be really excited in this match. He's going down and punching the leg.
Stamping the foot.
Marco has got to get back to his feet somehow, but Otsuka is doing everything he can to prevent that.
Yeah, but he will. He will get up.
Well, it's interesting, after watching Allan Goes in this position, he was really creative with his kicks. I'd like to see Marco throw an up kick like Allan did.
That would be something, huh? Yeah, he did a lot of damage there. Huh? The inside low kicks, outside low kicks, kicks to the knees, kick to the stomach, and then a kick to the head. He got it all. He had it all.
But right now, it's Atsuka in control of this fight.
Yep.
I'm a little surprised at this. Because Marco has been such a dominant force in mixed martial arts.
Oh, the leg lock.
Oh, that was beautiful by Huas. Scooping that right leg underneath Atsuka's left leg and almost going for a heel hook from the bottom. That was a tricky move. He actually did that to a guy in the Ultimate Fighting Championship number 7, Larry Curitan. He submitted him with a heel hook from the bottom, very much like that. Wrapped his leg around and eventually turned the guy's heel and got him.
It's a beautiful move. I love leg locks. You gotta love them, you know, people underestimate them. It's difficult to do it on somebody who knows a little bit about leg locks and who's wearing no shoes. Then it's a little bit more difficult. And of course, you know, once they start sweating and slipping out. But then there is always the knee bar you can go for, or a toe hold. But leg locks, yeah, are very underestimated.
Whoa! Oh, that was beautiful. Marco Huas
should take his time now.
Yeah. Mounted position on top of Alexander Atsuka. Atsuka should have known Marco Huas may have been playing possum early on, just waiting for his moment.
Oh, he should go, and again, I always say this, cross face, push yourself out.
And then punch.
And that's it. He should go for it. Because you got only 2 minutes left.
Well, he didn't need the cross face there.
Whoa, they were 2 good shots.
Atsuka seems to be panicking a little bit down under.
In the eye, he's putting his jaw in the eye of Atsuka. Oh, and a good punch again. 1 minute. Can he finish this before 1 minute? He should go for it now.
Oh, Atsuka not good. Turning his back on Marco Huas. Marco Huas got both the leg hooks in. Huas going for the rear naked choke. Alexander Atsuka trying to spin out. He's trying everything he can to keep from getting choked out here.
Marco should hit now.
Oh, Marco,
he's got it.
He's got a real tight. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. It should be just a matter of time. Just needs to squeeze that choke.
Can he do it before the time? That's the only thing.
Just relax. He's got it. Atsuka imminently will be tapping out.
Oh, he's got to pull his right shoulder back, or left shoulder. Oh, he's slipping out.
Oh, the round ended. Oh.
Whoa. On the bell.
Oh. What a tough break for Marco Huas. Almost had Atsuka out with a rear naked choke. Atsuka strutting back to his corner. Huas looks a little winded in his corner, boss.
Yes, he does. He does. I see it. I know that Marco was taking medicines. He had a big injury. He had it in a training like 2 days before when he was sparring with Mark Kerr. And they gave him inflammation pills against the inflammation. And I don't think that's always a good idea to take things like that. I rather go for a shot in the knee, a painkiller, than to take something that goes into your bloodstream.
Well, he almost had the rear naked choke. And Atsuka escaped because we do have time limits now. And Huas coming back out. Hopefully he can get Atsuka on the mat again and impose that rear naked choke once again. But Atsuka was doing great up to the first 3/4 of that match until Huas flipped him.
Wow, that was a close call. 10 seconds more and he probably would have won the fight.
But Huas doesn't have a lot of zip in his skip right now, not bouncing around like we've seen him. Atsuka really, really cautious here, not wanting to wade right in and go to war with Marco Huas again. That pounding that he was taking at the end of the first round is probably fresh on his mind.
They're both tired.
That was a lot of energy expended in the first round.
Yeah, Marco's reflexes don't seem there when you look at this, because when Otsuka moves, you know, he's like a second later every time. So he's trying to catch his wind. Oh, and there, takedown defense.
Yeah, that was a shot by Atsuka, and Marco with the double underhook and the sprawling straight back, able to defend against that takedown by Alexander Atsuka.
He shouldn't do this. He shouldn't do this. He should go to the side. Move to the side. Get out of there.
Marco is breathing awful hard.
I'm telling you, it must be the things in medicine. We trained real hard in Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu Club, and I've never seen him like this in training, not even so.
Because usually he is one of the most highly conditioned athletes. Atsuka flipping out of that double underhook. Nice move by Atsuka. Alexander seems to be gaining in confidence here.
Yeah, because he's realizing that Marco is not himself. Yeah, he should recoup some breath, get some breath, and then go for the third round.
Neither man doing much at this point. Locked up against Marco's corner.
And it's like you said, you know, for Alexander, it's still fresh in his mind what happened at the end of the first round. And that will definitely have a lot to do with this, because Marco doesn't look good right now. It's like something affected him a lot. It's very strange. I've never seen him like this before. So, and Otsuka doesn't realize it, or he realizes it, but he doesn't want to take the risk.
Because he almost got choked out at the end of the first round and got pounded quite a bit.
Yeah.
But Atsuka needs to capture some of that wild energy that he had at the first part of that round and just get busy, because right now Marco is not doing anything. He's just keeping the overhooks and keeping Atsuka basically locked up and locked down. There's a lot of sweat coming off both these guys. I think if Atsuka wanted to break free, he might be able to. If he struggled enough, he could break free, go back to the center of the ring, and see what Marco had left.
Yeah, it's very strange, man, to see him like this, because, you know, I only see him in a perfect shape.
Oh, knee up there to the head. Atsuka really starting to get busy with his strikes here.
Putting a hook in. Oh my God, he's taken him down.
Oh, he took Marco Huas down. He did a nice little leg hook trip there. And he's working to get the mounted position. He wants to get that right knee out of Marco's guard and place it on the side of Marco and sit on top of Marco's stomach. Oh, and he's starting to chop away with the right hand to the side of Marco's head. Marco trying to prevent the mount. It's almost like Marco is on automatic pilot here.
Very strange. But yeah, let's see what's going to happen. I mean, the fight's not over till the bell rings, they say, yeah?
Yeah, and as we saw before, Alexander was doing well in the beginning of the first round, and then Marco flipped him over, so maybe Marco again is playing possum. We don't know. But what we do know is that Alexander is punching Marco right now. And some of those punches are getting through. Those little short ones, they're not going to do that much damage. But when he gets distance up high like this,
yeah, what to say, yeah? Otsuka should create more distance, but he doesn't do it. Marco should try to turn him, which is going to be very difficult because the only way to turn him is probably to the left and not to the right, because the leg of Otsuka is free, so he can post that. So
sad to say that it looks like Marco really has nothing left at this moment.
I'm telling you, it's so strange to see him because he's a training animal, and it must be the medicine.
Yeah, it would really be hard to explain how he ran out of gas because there wasn't that much energy expended in the first round. It is kind of freaky because I've never seen Marco in this position before.
Yeah, me neither.
In a fight, no.
3 more minutes. Yeah, he should try to make one explode and see if he can get him on the back. And
Marco's getting roughed up pretty good there on the bottom. Otsuka is staying busy with those short little shots. Now, it's true, we don't have judges tonight, so if the fight goes the distance, it's an automatic draw. But as we view it, it looks like Otsuka is winning this fight so far.
Yeah, this is not good for Marco. Eh? Yeah, for Otsuka, of course it is. But you're absolutely right.
I wonder if Otsuka is surprised at this.
What do you think? Of course, he never expected this. He felt the power in the round number 1 when he suddenly got turned, and then Marco came on top and he started beating on him. He felt that low kick, the first kick he gave, hard, you know. There's a lot of power, you know, and he's got a lot of experience, but this is not the Marco that we know. It's somebody else. Something is happening.
Well, this has got to be a huge confidence booster for Otsuka, because being on top of Marco Ruas and pretty much not raining down punches mercilessly, but sneaking punches in every once in a while, drawing a little bit of blood, and okay, now he's starting to bang pretty good. I'll bet this is unexpected to the audience as well.
Oh, my God.
Oh, now Marco's bleeding. Now he's really bleeding.
One more minute.
Otsuka has got to be ecstatic at this turn of events after almost being choked out at the end of the first round, having really total control in the second.
And he's going for it.
Now, this is what so many other fighters have got to take note and watch what Otsuka's doing. He's in control, and he's really going wild here. He's trying to close the show.
He's trying to finish it. Marco went for a leg, but he couldn't grab it. But, yeah, Otsuka is really going for it.
Chopping away time after time, body then head. Alexander Otsuka doing what he has to do to get control over this fight against a legend in Marco Ruas. What a surprise. My God. Marco's slow getting up. There's definitely something wrong with Marco.
Yeah, 100%.
Marco is not himself. I'd be willing to say the medicine that you alluded to has got a major...
You don't take inflammation pills. It's very bad. It slows you down. You see, he went there for the leg, but Otsuka pulled it back. Otsuka's really going for it here.
He's just punishing Marco from the top. Absolutely punishing him. Otsuka looks fairly fresh, but it's how does Marco look? The doctors and everybody is examining Marco. Marco doesn't look good here. Oh, Marco, he looks finished.
Yeah, this doesn't look good.
No, he doesn't. Marco looks like... Marco cannot continue. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Marco cannot continue. Alexander Otsuka backflipping off the rope. This is one of the hugest upsets I've ever seen in mixed martial arts.
Wow.
Oh, my Lord. Alexander Otsuka has stopped Marco Ruas after a ground and pound second round. One of the biggest upsets I have ever seen in mixed martial arts. The unheralded pro wrestler, Alexander Otsuka, beating the legend, Marco Ruas.
Unbelievable.
There he goes to pay the respects. But I believe Marco will be back.
Oh yeah, we can say that 100% sure.
Versus Hugo Duarte.
10分3ラウンドを行います。青コーナーハンマーハウス185センチ。
Mark Kerr, definitely one of the best conditioned athletes in the sport. A supreme takedown artist.
Oh yeah, right here he's in the shape of doing five rounds of the Thai pads. So this was the best shape. No, the last time was... This is the best shape he's ever been in.
Hugo Duarte, he's in incredible shape himself here. Coming from the Lucha Libre background, which is Brazilian freestyle wrestling, kind of like jiu-jitsu without a gi. Kerr, a true student of the game, improving his stand-up, his strikes, his kicks, punches, everything. Like, he starts right off with a high kick, aimed right at Hugo Duarte's head. It missed, but nonetheless, Duarte must be thinking, where did that come from?
Yeah, Mark stays more relaxed.
And Mark scoops down and grabs that single leg and down into Hugo Duarte's guard.
Yeah, we knew this was going to happen, of course. I mean, he was going to get the takedown, but now, what can Hugo Duarte do on the ground? He's good at submissions. He's a striker. He's a fighter himself also, like a fighter. I mean, somebody who doesn't want to go the distance. He wants to end the fight. So this is going to be very interesting. That's one thing for sure.
Well, Hugo Duarte has ended a lot of his fights by punching from the ground. And he's also won by Kimura and rear naked choke. And Kerr, being undefeated, can win in a variety of different ways, mainly from getting the opponent down and punching him.
When you come out with your left arm, give him a liver punch.
Right now, Kerr is on top. He's going to try and get some distance so he can start doing strikes, probably to the body and then to the head.
Yeah, we worked a lot of punching to the body, so and to that, a lot of punching on the ground. He's in a phenomenal shape right now, and he can go real hard if he wants. Let's hope he's going to use it. But he actually lost weight, been training real hard.
Well, Hugo Duarte really hasn't done much in this fight so far. He hasn't worked to loosen up his guard, to try for a sweep, to try and reverse anything. Of course, Mark Kerr has quite a bit to do with that, and maybe Hugo has a great deal of respect for the ability of Kerr to keep him on the mat. But Hugo trying to explode a little bit there. Well, I don't know what that's about.
What was that? He tried to break his eardrum or something by what was that?
Avoid the head, please, yeah.
Mark should pass the guard. He's phenomenal strong, and he can pass a guard pretty easy. You need to be Alan Goers to hold this guy in your guard. So he should just wrestle himself out. The power lick, that's the open guard, bang, jump out. He's going to go for the neck crank, I guess. That's it, body shot good.
Now, Duarte's trying to get busy, but really just lashing out almost.
Yeah, the rabbit punches, they don't do a lot. But you never know, you can cut somebody with it.
Should Kerr try a neck crank just to keep...
To open the guard. If he cranks him with his power, the guard will probably go open and then go to the side.
Right. Just to keep him in check.
Yeah.
Go for the can opener, neck crank. Meaning that Kerr would put his hands behind Duarte's head, pull his head forward, creating a suffocating effect and also jamming his own neck. And then Duarte would have to make the adjustment by releasing the legs from around Kerr's waist, and Kerr then would flip one of his legs over and get side mount, which would be a great and advantageous position for him right now because he could go for a key lock, and he could also start to do strikes with knees to the body and punches to the head.
Oh, and I saw him doing it in Brazil. The damage he can do to you from the side mount, it's unbelievable. He's very strong. He's got very strong knees. And he got submissions. You see, now he should go pass. He's doing it. There you go.
Sapatada, Hugo. Aí chegada de sapatada. Não pode chutar, não. Fica tranquilo que não pode chutar, cara. Fica tranquilo que a cara não pode chutar, não. Sapatada nele, Hugo. Isso, deixa que ele já tá assustado. Deu mole, marca o joelho dele. O sangue vindo.
Well, it looks like Duarte is motioning Kerr back down to the ground, and Kerr gladly accepts.
I wouldn't do that.
Getting back into Duarte's guard. This was probably going to be to... Duarte seems to be barking something to the referee. It sounds a little bit like Flipper, the seal.
That's a little higher. You can cut it out.
But it doesn't seem like Kerr is doing any rule infractions here. Okay, Duarte seems to be slipping out of the ring, so they're going to pull him back in. And now, do you think that it's possible that Duarte is intimidated by Kerr?
I think everybody on this planet should be intimidated by Kerr.
Yeah,
It's just the specimen. That's the perfect word for him.
He's a phenomenal athlete and a terminating machine, for sure. Really hard to stop his takedown.
Boa, Hugo, boa. Pé na cara dele, Hugo. Pé na cara, Hugo. Marca o joelho, Hugo. Bota pé no joelho dele, Hugo. Vai, Hugo. Já tirou sangue do bicho, Hugo. Tá nervoso pra caralho. Marca o joelho dele. Atividade com a entrada dele de pisão, hein? Tá perfeito o jogo. Pé, pontapé nele. Isso, pontapé, Hugo. Marca também.
Kerr picking his shots there with a roundhouse kick. Duarte wanting to kick back.
They're hard kicks. He should stay out of the guard. Go to the side. This is it. This is it. Don't let him get the guard. Oh.
But I gotta say, Mark Kerr, the way he throws punches, he's got power in his punches.
Yes.
And if that lands, that's gonna hurt Hugo Duarte.
For sure. And kicks too. He can kick. Trust me.
Well, that opening high kick he did at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, you don't want to have that on your head.
That was really fast. And for a big guy, man, he's quick.
Do it also with the left. It is lift. Atenção, Hugo. Atenção ali. Isso, envolvendo esse braço na manhã. O braço dele não bater. Isso, excelente, Hugo. Não mais nada envolver a postura aí não.
You notice how Duarte is keeping that left hand trapped? That's probably so that he doesn't dig that left hook into the liver.
I think so too. Yeah. It must be.
Because he'll let go with the right hand, but the left hand, he keeps that hand, that arm of Kerr, he keeps that locked up.
Yeah, maybe also for future things that he maybe wants to try to sweep him to that side, so at least he's got one arm. Now he has only one arm to worry about. Plus, if Mark's going to make a big mistake, which is going to be very difficult because he's a very good wrestler, he can try to sweep him.
Tá excelente o jogo, hein?
Mark should push himself out, unload.
Ele não gosta de soco na cara, não, Hugo. Hugo, marca uma porrada na cara dele aí. Marca uma porrada.
There hasn't been a lot happening in this round so far. Kerr in complete control, an occasional burst of punching and kicking.
They got 2 minutes left.
I'd actually like to see this fight go back to standing because it looked like Kerr had vastly improved his stand-up skill. I'd like to see him kickbox this guy a little bit.
Hey, it would be great. It would be great. He's got the stamina for it, and if you really concentrate on it, he can do it, But the thing is, always when you fight something, this is it. This is it. Like, whoa! They pulled an Allan on him.
Yeah, he went for. It looks like Kerr was going to go for the ankle lock, the Achilles hold, and Hugo shot that right heel straight up and barely missed Kerr. That would have really hurt him.
And he's actually bleeding, I see.
Last 1 minute. Last 1 minute.
Kerr should try to kick now. That's it. Just keep moving. Do something.
Kerr coming straight down with that forearm.
Yeah, on the foot. He's hitting the feet.
Don't do anything.
If I were Kerr, I would just back up to the center of the ring and employ this guy to stand back up.
Yeah, it's time anyway.
Yeah, just let him get back up. Duarte did nothing in that round. But nonetheless,
Look at this.
Kerr is really getting busy here, trying to ground and pound, missing most of those shots, trying to get position, but he gets sucked back into the guard there of Hugo Duarte. Like that punch almost landed, that missed, and Hugo hustling, trying to shut down Mark Kerr's striking. But I want to see him stand up in this a little bit. Okay, now what can Hugo Duarte do to win this fight against Kerr? I mean, why take a fight if you just are not going to try and win?
Oh, Stephen. Good. Here we go again. Sorry, you were asking, what can he do
to win the fight?
Kerr should, I told him, man, I said you should you pass his guard and go to the side.
But what can Duarte do to beat Kerr? I really don't picture a submission happening from the bottom like this.
Yep, I know. It's going to be very difficult. Duarte can pretty much not do anything, I guess, against a guy like Kerr. But the other way, right. Look, now's the guard open. Pass the guard. Go to the side.
I want to see more bursts like that from Kerr because Duarte is doing... Oh, he's busted open. So one of those punches did land.
All right.
So now that's going to change the complexion of the fight. We'll see if...
It's very emotional.
Yeah, the corner seems to be emotional about everything that happens. Wow. That's a cut.
It's a cut. But or somebody sprayed some fake blood over him, but I didn't see anybody doing anything. So. No, that's definitely a cut.
That is definitely a cut. And they really got to look long and hard at that. It looked like it might be, where is that at? Is that on the eyelid?
I think it is. They should put some salt on it, just to clean it a little bit.
Well, Hugo Duarte is doing nothing to get in this fight, and Kerr is doing everything. And the shots he does land, like that one, like I said earlier, as soon as Kerr lands a shot, he can really punch. He's sending those fists flying through the air.
Yeah, but it's like you always say, what do you think that Hugo Duarte's game plan was when he came into the ring? What is his game plan? Pull guard, hang on? What's the game plan here?
Well, it looks like he doesn't really have a game plan.
That's exactly what I mean.
It looks like his game plan is to lay on the bottom and hope that one of the best conditioned athletes in the sport gets tired. And that's probably not going to happen. So there really is no game plan.
Yeah, man, that's what I say. You have to watch fights of your opponent and see the major things that he do, not the little things. And then just based on that, also you got to work around a little bit, of course. But just that you have a game plan. The guy's going to take me down. What am I going to do? Okay, can I stay still on the ground and I can get hit and hold him? Or I can start moving and moving, so that Kerr constantly has to readjust, and gets tired.
Well, that's
and then get it.
That's why I like a guy like, let's say, Gary Big Daddy Goodridge. When he went after Marco Huas, and Marco beat him on a submission, at least Gary Goodridge went after him.
That's it.
He tried to win.
That was his game plan. Just give it everything I have. Forget about reputation. And that will do a lot in a fight.
Yeah, I think that a lot of these guys are so worried about preserving their reputation as being some undefeated fighter or something that they don't go for it. And it's really too bad because they might miss out on a bigger paycheck because the audiences won't be enticed by their fighting style of just laying there and holding the guy tight and not getting beat up.
Yep. I know, and we've seen it many times now, all over the world. And it's happening, because they ride the fight out and then they wait for a decision.
Well, but the thing is, the cream always rises to the top. So the fighters that ride the fight out, they probably won't last in the business. I would be willing to guarantee it because who's going to want to pay to see them? And so how therefore, are they going to have promoters pay them to fight?
Look, he grabbed his hand, you see? Underneath.
He's yelling at the referee again.
Yeah. Maybe the referee should say something back in Japanese.
And Kerr seems a little bit confused at what's going on. There's a lot of complaining, evidently, from Hugo Duarte. I'm not sure what it's about.
Kerr said that his hand got stuck.
Seems to be a three-way communication problem here. The Japanese referee, the American fighter on top, and the Brazilian fighter on the bottom. A true snafu there.
Yeah, but the coolest part is that Hugo thinks that the referee speaks Portuguese.
This is interesting that Kerr, every one of his fights in the Pride Fighting Championship has had an overtone of somewhat of controversy. His last fight against Pedro Octavio, Pedro did not agree with the referee stopping the fight, even though it looked like Kerr was going to break his arm off. With,
his whole shoulder.
With a hammerlock. When he fought Bronco Sikatic in his Pride Fighting Championship debut, Bronco flagrantly broke the rules, grabbed the ropes, elbowed Kerr in the back of the head. It ended in a near brawl with cornermen and other hangers-on getting in between the fighters. It looked like they were going to fight after the fight. So here we are again, Hugo Duarte, not happy with what's happening in the fight. But to me, it looks like Kerr is just basically beating him.
He does it because he's the one who's bleeding right now. That doesn't necessarily mean, he's beating him, but he's doing all the damage. He's doing the punching. What did he do?
Okay. It looked like did Kerr surge forward, and does Hugo think, was it a headbutt? I'd like to see a replay.
No, there is nothing. What is this, man?
I'm not sure what happened. Kerr lunged forward, and Hugo is acting like something major happened to him.
Look at him.
Is this an act or is this real?
If this is real, that would be very sorry to say, because nothing happened.
Well, the doctor's in there giving him the obligatory look over.
If you saw Coleman doing the headbutts in the beginning, you remember in the UFC?
Yeah, against Coleman, against Maurice Smith.
Hey, but listen, that didn't even work. He just rolled 4 over, and he's like he's almost in a coma. Yeah, maybe his nose bone shot into his brain, and we don't know that about it. Yeah.
I doubt that happened.
Yeah, me too. But what else? What else can happen? It's a fight, guys. You've been hit in the head every day. Boing, boing.
Well, it looks like he's going to recover. And it looks like that nose bone was not shoved into his brain. So we're going to have a restart. And I'm sure that Kerr is thinking, could anything more bizarre happen in this fight?
We just have to wait and see.
He's heard Hugo Duarte complaining. Now, Hugo pulls into the guard and it goes for...
Kick him. He should kick him now. Bang to the side of the leg. Right low kick. Oh, no.
Back in the guard. I think it's possible that Hugo Duarte may have seen Kerr in his first tournament in Brazil, the World Vale Tudo Championships, where Kerr used the headbutt effectively. But so far, I have not seen Kerr throw a single headbutt in this, and headbutts are illegal in Pride.
Yeah.
So maybe he was having a flashback to that and hoping he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, so something like that. There was nothing. My God. Next thing you know, his foot's going to be broken from the punches that he gave.
But once again, we've got Hugo Duarte on the bottom, really not doing any maneuvering.
He moves a little now. You see, that's the ticket, man. You have to keep moving. If you got somebody real strong on top of you, if you keep moving and he keeps adjusting and trying to hold you, that's going to tire him out. But if you play his game and you're going to play in his rhythm, he's not going to get tired.
At least he could slap Kerr with his left hand upside the ear. He could do a lot of little annoying things that can get Kerr out of his rhythm. But right now, Kerr is steadily increasing his confidence, keeping his rhythm, dictating the pace and the style of the fight.
Yep. There are many things that you can do to take a fighter out of his rhythm.
Right.
Slapping punches. No, but knees, just pass. Pull the head,
or
neck
even
crank, explosive neck
even
crank.
bring the heel down on his kidneys like we've seen some of the Gracie fighters do. There's a lot of things that Hugo Duarte... Exactly. Hugo Duarte could be doing a number of things here, but he hasn't really done much.
Squeeze the guard. Hard, like explosive. Even that could throw him off, I'm telling you. 3 more minutes. Huh? Now, this is a position we've seen many times. You see, the guard is out, pull the head, pass the guard. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fight for Hugo that you don't want to see on video anymore, you know? It's like, let's fast forward this thing.
Exactly. There's really nothing happening. Occasionally Kerr will explode, but then Hugo invariably will start complaining about something, and then...
Now, there we go. Now, let's go. Bang. That's it. That's what we want. We want to see some action.
It's a good thing he moved his foot out of the way of that.
Yep. He would have probably penetrated it through the canvas. That's not a smart thing to do, put your mouthpiece out.
No, because the guy could throw a kick and knock it right out of his mouth.
Yeah, including his teeth. That's a dangerous thing to do. Yeah, Mark should push the legs to the side, just kick it and jump to the side mount, and then start doing everything he has. All the power, unleash the power.
Either that or just back straight up and start, another kickboxing fight with this guy, because this kind of fight has been a total slowdown and nothing is accomplished other than Kerr staying in control, and we don't have judges tonight. So we want to see Kerr or Duarte close the show on one or the other. And this position, it's probably not going to happen.
No, half guard, at least he can strike. He can create some distance and he can strike. But Hugo is good in getting the guard. So he probably is going to get the guard in a short amount of time now. Mark should start punching. Just push. See? Yeah, Hugo is already working for the guard. There we go. Keep that leg there. See? It's like he gives it to him. He shouldn't have given it to him. He gave him room, did you see, to pass it.
Right.
Yep.
Do you think that the other side of the equation, that Kerr is fighting too conservatively also?
Also. Yes,
because it's not just Hugo. I mean, Kerr he could fall back and try for a leg, or he could do a number of things. He really could. I think he should just stand up with this guy.
It would be the best thing to do, because Hugo is not a striker. He's only a submission guy. Mark got some decent strikes. He's got a good front kick, which he can use. Very powerful.
I like his roundhouse kick. I think that's vastly improved.
Vastly improved? Factor 1 or 2? I think the cameraman had one too many drinks. Oh, there we go.
Okay, now they're touching gloves. But I'd be willing to bet that this fight is going to be on the ground, Hugo on the bottom, in the guard.
Oh,
He didn't,
walk away.
Yeah, just
Walk away.
Just back up, man. He threw a
Yeah,
front
listen
kick
to
and the guy
people.
went down. I mean, this is not good.
That's it. That's it. This is how you win the respect from the people. Walk away. I want to fight. Up, get up. Man. Okay, now let's see. Jesus Christ, man. Muhammad Ali against Antonio Inoki.
Yeah.
Huh?
Except for Inoki was going after Ali
Oh, yeah.
from the bottom.
With the kicks
From
and
the bottom.
hard.
Yeah. So that's the big difference here. And
Oh,
and Kerr is going to come after.
come on, let's go.
It looks like Kerr's got a little bit of emotion now. He's sick of
He's
this.
gonna be angry, yeah. But if he gets angry, that's it, man. It's gonna be over. Trust me.
Yeah, well, that's what's happening. He's really starting to put a beating on him now. And Hugo's trying to jump out of the ring.
And he has his eyes closed.
I really don't think Hugo
What is this?
wants to continue. It's like he just wants to give up. He's been looking for a way out for the last 10 minutes.
What is this? He was down and then his eyes were closed and he looked up if somebody came and then he closed his eyes again.
Well, I didn't see a headbutt, so they can't complain about that.
Oh man, if I was now in the corner of Kerr, I would say anything he got. Oh no, he's got something on his foot. And thank God I am, man.
Well, Duarte is just, he seems to be having a lot of emotional problems in this fight.
Yes, something bad happened maybe. Come on, better put your mouthpiece in.
I have no idea what he is doing. This is one of the most bizarre moments and meaningless moments. Just what, he can't stand up? What, is something wrong with his leg now?
Yeah.
I just don't.
Oh man, now Kerr gets angry. No, not in the guard.
Goes right into the guard, right into the guy's trap, and trying to pound away. And but he's punching him hard now.
Keep going. Just do your thing now. Marker, that's what they shout. Jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu.
I'm really puzzled at what is going through Hugo Duarte's mind here.
Okay, now let's see. Now his left ear. I bet his hearing is gone.
Do you think so?
I don't know. We have to see, man. We had everything. We had the nose, the foot.
Yeah, this is really worthy of the X-Files. It's really unexplained. We don't know why Duarte is acting so peculiarly.
Oh!
As I said.
Oh, now he's trying to climb out. Now it's gonna.
But boss, it's like I said before. Is Hugo Duarte intimidated by Mark Kerr? And you gave me the statement that most people should be, but it seems like something's wrong here with him in this fight.
It is, because, listen, this guy is a tough guy.
Look at this. He's trying to escape. The fight's over. He doesn't want to fight. He just doesn't want to fight. I think, as I said before, he was completely intimidated by Mark Kerr. He was outgunned in every way. And he just basically gave up. And he really gave up earlier in the fight, but right then, the flagrant crawling out of the ring.
There we see Avi Rubin in the ring, the former owner of the
Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu.
Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu Club, the owner. And he's... Yeah. Okay, yeah, he's been there now for like 4 years. It's a great place, right on Robertson.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This is another bizarre fight for Mark Kerr, but nonetheless, he has acquitted himself nicely and dominated. The public in Japan wanted this match.
Oh, they wanted this one.
Takada wanted this match, and they've got there's Takahashi, yeah, from Pancrase. And Hickson gladly accepted it. The price was right, and the opponent is right. So why not?
That's hey, listen, I don't take anything away, but Hickson right now is just too good for him. Too much experience. Very good technician.
I think that if this fight goes to the ground, it's going to be all Hickson. And there he is, Hickson Gracie. One of the greatest grapplers on the planet. I think Hickson is tremendously intense in this fight. Once again, he's got all the confidence in the world going in. Takada needs to take him out of that confidence zone. Hickson shooting in. Takada going for the double underhook.
Knee, good.
If he learned his lesson from the first fight, now Hickson with his own knee, it's to keep this thing standing and to be patient. Don't get rattled. Let the clinch happen. The clinch will happen.
That's it. Yeah, he should strike with Hickson. That's the only way, because that's Hickson's weak point. Standing up, that is. Keep it on the feet, strike. Take down the fence, strike. That should be his game plan. Once on the ground, just survive, I would say.
I think that it's just a matter of time before Hickson achieves the underhook position and trips Takada. But so far, Takada has lasted a lot longer on his feet than maybe many gave him credit for.
Yeah, this time he trained for something. Like I said, when he came into the dojo, we asked him what his game plan was, and they didn't have one, the first one. None. Yeah, what are you going to do? You want to keep the fight standing up? Yeah, no, we didn't think. You want to go to the ground? No, we didn't know. Wow. You know, against a guy like Hickson, you don't want to go to the ground. So they worked on the takedown defense and striking knees.
Some people don't like to watch tapes of other fighters, but I think in this case, Takada would be wise to watch a lot of tapes of Hickson and find out how he takes people down, what he does when he gets them on the ground, and to avoid that at all costs in his training. And I think the first
Whoa, nice.
and good right hand by Rickson. A nice exchange there. I would have to say Takada did well with that knee, though. But Takada seems to be losing his composure here. He grabbed the ropes. That's not a good sign. Takada maybe losing that confidence he momentarily had. This is a battle of wills. Can Takada break the iron will and determination of Rickson Gracie? Meaning, can he keep standing and initiate strikes?
Good knee to the leg. You see, he's doing what he trained for, so he's sticking to his game plan. It's perfect. But Rickson is in a good shape. He always is. And he can go the distance. That's one thing for sure. And that's always, the back of your head is always, yeah, a minus thing to fight a guy. You know he can go the distance for sure. That's why I always make sure that I'm 100% in shape.
I think it's a very important point. The cardiovascular conditioning is far more important in this game than the strength training, because the strength training can come from the actual training, execution of groundwork and tie pad work.
Yeah. And you need to do it. You need to.
You can take an average guy who's in tremendous cardiovascular shape against a really good technician who's out of shape, and the average guy's got a real strong shot.
Ooh.
But can Takada hurt Rickson? The crowd is reacting frantically over every shot that Takada throws, but I don't think those shots are hurting Rickson at all.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
Rickson's got that leg raised up to where it flows with the knee. Rickson working for the underhook now.
And there he goes.
This is not good. Takada's got to, at all costs, work for that left underhook again. He can't let Rickson get the underhook position. This is how Rickson takes people down. Now those knees, some of them are landing.
Need to deliver right now if he can make it.
Exactly, a left knee right now. He's got to trap Rickson's arm, because Rickson, he's got to get that left hand of his underhooked under Rickson's right hand. It's very important.
5 minutes. Nice knee again.
Rickson working for the underhook again.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got it again. And Takada really spending a lot of energy to stay up here.
And he has to. That's his only chance he has. He cannot go to the ground. It's going to be the same thing.
Well, I've got to say that this is a far different fight.
No!
Oh, good knee. No, don't blame
He went down.
Oh, no.
That was a body shot that did it.
Now that was impressive, because Takada almost got sucked into Rickson's guard and stood back up. That was a really good knee by Takada. He's got to keep his composure here.
No, he should. Oh, there's pain. He should go for the shot, body shots. Rickson probably is going to defend it now real good. It's very smart.
But Rickson has got both arms under. Takada's got to work for the underhook again.
Whoa!
Not a good position for Takada. He doesn't want to be down on the ground at all with Rickson.
That's going to be a triangle, armbar, anything.
He's got to get back up. He's got to stand back up. He can't stay down here. He's got to stand back up.
He's got to hit his liver. That's what he should do. After that knee, once you're hit there, hard to the body, within 10 minutes after that, you can still hit it and he's going to feel it. You should go full for the body now. anything he has.
But he's letting the fight slow down, which is not good because he had the momentum there for a while, and now he's in Rickson's game. He's on the ground. We're getting to see Rickson work from the guard. In the first fight, Rickson was on top. Rickson has got the right heel on the hip, planning his move. Takada coming up top with the right hand.
He's doing pretty good, I have to say. But these are things you have to watch.
Oh, no. Bad move. Bad. Now get up.
Oh, no.
Oh, horrible move. He wanted to think about going to a pro wrestling double ankle lock. Why?
My God.
It's a matter of time now. If Rickson gets the mount, and he's got the mount. But it was a nice buck off there. But Takada's
doing a good job. He totally improved.
Yeah, he did. But Rickson's mounted on top of him again.
Yeah,
we'll give him one for free, but I doubt that's all he's going to get.
It's going to be same all over.
He's posting the arm straight up. Rickson's got an exceptional arm bar from the mount. That's his bread and butter.
Oh my God, he's giving it.
He's cross-facing, boss.
What that means? Armbar coming up. Whoa!
But Takada really trying to get him off of him. This is a much better effort than the first time, but...
There he goes.
Oh, here he goes. Takada really trying to defend here, though. Going for a heel hook. Going for the heel hook. Takada fighting his heart out here. Fighting his heart out against Rickson Gracie. Rickson gets the mount again.
Oh, armbar.
Oh, he got him again. Rickson Gracie arm bars Nobuhiko Takada again.
Look at him. They can't lift him up. I tell you, man, he threw a lot out there.
Nobuhiko Takada, he really went for it this fight. He tried everything.
He did very good. He did very good.
I would be proud if I were him, because Rickson is one of the greatest grapplers in the world for sure, and you're taking on a legend here. To lose to him, in my opinion, doesn't really diminish Takada's legend as a pro wrestler or as a man. To step up to the challenge and to fight the way he just fought. Yep. He fought his heart out. He did the right thing for a while, lost his composure, got sucked into Rickson's game, got pulled to the guard. But once Rickson got the mount, Takada defended a couple times, but it was just a matter of time before Rickson got that, the straight arm bar. So this has been a dramatic evening for the Pride Fighting Championships #4. We saw Marco Ruas defeated by Alexander Otsuka. We saw Nobuhiko Takada right there, losing again to Rickson Gracie right there. We saw newcomer Igor VOVCHANCHYN stop Big Daddy Gary Goodridge. And we saw KAZUSHI SAKURABA in a near miss against ALLAN Goes.
それでは勝利されましたヒクソン・グレッシー選手に一言いただきたいと思います。まずはおめでとうございます。
Thank you very much.
去年に続いての完勝、高田選手は去年とどう違いましたか。
Definitely, Mr. Takada, he comes with more focus, and he tried to don't make the mistakes he did the first time, and he gave me a tough fight. But fortunately, he get lost at the beginning of the first round, and I take advantage of it.
もちろん高田選手は去年に比べて非常に焦点が合っていると思いました。そして去年と同じミスをしないようにしていると思いました。厳しい試合でした。ただ私の方が運がよく1ラウンドの終わりに高田選手がミスを起こし、そのために勝てました。
ヒクソン選手はこの試合に向けての特別なトレーニングなどはやっておられましたか。
Sorry? I do special training every day of my life since I'm born.
特別な訓練は毎日毎日やっていますので日常生活になっています。
ここまで強いヒクソン選手ですが、新たな目標などというものはありますか。
I'm a fighter. I'm also a teacher. My new goal towards teaching is spreading the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu all over the world through my association. As a fighter, I don't have nothing signed yet, but I'm looking for my tough opponent.
私はファイターでもあり教師でもあります。まず指導者としての新しい目標といったら世界中にグレイシー柔術を広めていきたい。自分の団体を通して広めていきたいと思います。またファイターとしては今は特に新しい目標はないですが、また強い相手と戦ってみたいと思います。
それでは最後にファンの皆様に一言お願いします。
To the fans, I'm very honored to come in here to Japan to fight here because people here is tremendously respectful for martial arts. The fighter here has a position, an honorable position. He don't have nowhere else in the world. So that's a very special reason for I'm being honored to stay here. Another reason is I represent Jiu-Jitsu, and the founder of Jiu-Jitsu for Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is Mr. Conde Como, who was in Brazil in the beginning of the century. So I'm bringing back the spirit of samurai my family took from the real samurai, Mr. Como. So I'm very pleased to stay here, and I spend great time here in Japan, especially with the food too.
非常に日本で戦うことができて嬉しく思っています。日本はまず武道して大きな尊敬の念を抱いてくださっています。ですので日本という武道生まれ故郷で戦うことは非常に光栄なことです。また私はブラジルで呪術を生みの親の故郷に帰ってきた、そしてグレシー呪術を持って帰ってきたということに対してやはり大きな感謝の念を抱いています。その意味で日本での戦いは非常に特別です。
ありがとうございました。見事勝利を飾りましたヒクソン・グレイシー選手でした。ありがとうございました。それでは最後に KR 代表者黒沢宏樹よりファンの皆さんにご挨拶申し上げます。